Welcome to Dragon Quest in Japanese. We're gonna go through and translate it together and hopefully improve our Japanese in the process. So right at this very first screen we have in kana there, Dragon Questo 1 and 2. Dragon Quest 1 and 2, and then we have our selection here, Bolken, Adventure, O Hajimeru, begin. So let us begin our adventure. And then we have some text here. We can select between Dragon Quest 1 and Dragon Quest 2. We're going to start with 1. And let's go through this translation. So we have Densetsu, Legend, no, Yusha, Warrior, so the Warrior of Legend. And then we have Daima O, Great Demon King, or Big Demon King. Taoshi, defeated. Heiwa, peace. Motara Sareta, was brought about. Arefugarudo, which is Aleph Guard. Chi, land. So, the legendary hero defeated the great demon king and brought peace to Aleph Guard. Next we have Yami no Hasha, ruler or conqueror of darkness. Yu-O, which we're gonna see a lot. Yu-O, the Dragon Lord. Utatabi, once again. Mamono, monsters. Oitsukusarete Shimao, became completely overrun. And then we have Teshi Mao, which is a way of saying kind of an unfortunate finality. So, the ruler of darkness, the Dragon Lord, has once again covered the world in monsters, unfortunately. And next we have Kurushimo Hitobito. That's one of our favorites, Hitobito. People. Hitobito. Kurushimu Hitobito, so a suffering people. Tsukutame, in order to save. Yusharoto. And that's hero again, Yusha, and Roto is the Japanese name for Erdrick. They call him Roto or Loto. So that's going to be a little bit confusing as we go through the game. We're going to see Doto, and it's going to be translated as Erdrick, but I think we'll just call him Doto. He's the character from Dragon Quest III. Chi wo Hiku. Carry the bloodline of Anata, you. Here we have Ryu O again, Dragon Lord or Dragon King. Tobatsu, defeat or subjugation. Tabi ni deru, set out on a journey. And then the dash kind of adds a dramatic narrative flair. So, in totality, we have the land of Alefgard, which the legendary hero brought peace to by defeating the great demon king, has once again been overrun by monsters at the hands of the dark ruler, the Dragon Lord. You, who carry the blood of the hero Erdrick, set out on a journey to defeat the Dragon Lord and save the suffering people. So, let's select that. And let's go through our menus here. So we have, again, Bolken, an adventure. Osuru, to do an adventure or start an adventure or go on an adventure. And then below that we have Oto Seibu Kara no Saikai. So Otoseibu is autosave. That's a loan word. Kara no, from. Saikai, resume. So resume from autosave. And we're gonna go on an adventure. Here we can see Bolken. Again, 3 times. Bolken no Sho, specifically. Adventure log, or book of adventure. So first we have Bolken no Sho o Erabu, which is to choose or select. So select an adventure. And then we have Bolken no Sho o Tsukuru, which is make or create. Next we have Bolken no Sho o Kesu, to erase or delete. So we can choose an adventure, start an adventure, or delete an adventure. And we're going to be going from a new adventure. Start in slot 4. Pick our name. We'll go with Emu, as always. now we have a couple options. Let's go through these. So, hiragana mode. O sette shimasu ka? Would you like to set or configure? Sette suru ko. If you configure or set it. Subete no. All kanji. This is all in hiragana. I'm not very good at that. Hiragana de in hiragana. Yoji sareru to be displayed. Yo ni narimasu will become. So this is asking if we want everything to be displayed in hiragana. And this is kind of a mode for younger Japanese folks who might not know all their kanji yet, but would know the language written out in hiragana. So we're gonna say no to that. Yeah. This says Furigana mode. Furigana mode. O sette shimasu ka? Would you like to set? Sette suru to. If you configure or set it. Message nai no. Within messages. Kanji ni on the kanji. Furigana ga. Furigana. Yoji sarareru. To be displayed. Yo ni narimasu. Furigana will be displayed. So this is asking if we want furigana to be displayed above the kanji as it is here. And I like furigana. So let's say hi. Now we have Moku Tekichi Maka. So that's destination Maka. Marker. Destination marker. O Hyoji shimasu ka? Would you like to display? Yuko ni suru to. If you enable it. Moku tekichi ga. Destination Mapu jo ni. On the map. Ue. Above. Yoji sareru. to be displayed. Yo ni narimasu will come to be. So this is asking if we want the destination marker displayed on the map. I'll say hi. And this is asking for the difficulty that we want it to be. And I actually want to see what these are called in Japanese. In English, it was Draki Quest, Dragon Quest, and Draconian Quest. So, in Japanese, we have Dachin, easy or carefree or relaxed. Today, play. And then we have Bachiri Boken. Bachiri is just right. Boken we've had multiple times, that's adventure. So, just right adventure. Ibara, thorns. No Michi, path. Daze. So, that is an idiom meaning a difficult path. The thorny road. And then below we have Shisu Temu Sete. System settings. Itsudemo. At any time. Enko. Dekimasu can be changed. So, easy play, perfect adventure, or the thorny road. We're gonna do easy play because they actually made this game really, really hard, and we are doing the extra hard run where we do it in Japanese. So that's our challenge, not the game. Now we have Kono Sete de, with these settings, Boken o Hajimemasu, will begin the adventure. Yoroshi desu ka? Is this good? And we will say, right. That's just telling us it has an autosave feature. Skip it. I have some fan theories about these feathers. And we'll have the audio should be in English for the cutscenes, because they're too fast to translate.
Hero, can you hear me? A great darkness threatens this world. Left unchecked, it will swallow it entirely. It may already be too late. Nevertheless, perhaps you, Scion of Erdrick, might prevail. Please, you must make for Tantacha. You must do all that you can. The fate of the world rests with you.
that just said Kia. Just fighting sounds. So, his title there is Do Taicho. Old Do Taicho. Captain or commander. So, an old captain says, Arigato. Thank you. Okage de. Thanks to you. Inochi Bido. Narrow escape, or lucky to be alive. Shitayo. So, thanks to you, I narrowly escaped with my life. Now we have another speaker. He is a Konoe Imperial Hei soldier. Royal, so Imperial soldier or Royal Guard. Itoride, alone. Mamono, monsters. No Mureo, a horde or pack of. Tausunante, defeat. For the fact that you Tadamono, an ordinary person. Janai ne, you're not, you know. So he's saying, you defeated a horde of monsters all by yourself. You're no ordinary person, are you? And we have another speaker here. Laura is the princess. Laura. Dora. So we have Dora Hime, the princess. Laura. Sokin, attendant or aide. So Princess Laura's attendant says, Naze, why itore de? Why alone? Konna, such like this. Mori no naka ni, in the middle of. Mori, forest. And naka, inside, so in the middle of such a forest. Tabi o, journey. Shiteita no ka, what were you doing traveling? So he says, why were you traveling alone in a forest like this? And the old captain, the Do Taicho, says, Nani? Which everybody knows. What? Kimi wa you Roto no chi, the blood of Loto, o iteiru, carry or are descendant from. Date, you say. So he says, what? You carry the blood of Loto? Is that what you're saying? The Imperial Guard, the Konoehe, says, Ano, that Densetsu no legendary, and then kind of just trails off. That legendary Doride, no wonder. Tsuyoi, strong. Wakeda, that's why. So he says, that legendary, no wonder you're so strong. And the Ro Taicho, the old captain, says, Soshite, then, or furthermore, Yume no Nakade, in a dream, Dadatomu, which is a little bit confusing. Dadatomu is the name of the first town in this. In the English version, it is Tantagel, which is something from Arthurian legend. I'm pretty sure it's Uther Pendragon's home, Arthur's father's home. But I could be wrong. But it's something, I know it's something Arthurian. So, Radatomu is what we're gonna call it, Radatomu. Ni ikuyo, to go to. Tsugerareta, was told or informed. Toll. Quotation. So he says, and then in a dream you were told to go to Radatomu, as you say. So, Dorahime no Sokin, Princess Laura's attendant, says, Bakana, you fool. Sonna, that kind of hanashi, talk. Shinjirareru ka. Can one believe, or you expect me to believe? Rareru ka. So Princess Laura's attendant says, "Fool, how could anyone believe such a story?" And the Imperial Guard, actually, sorry, that's the old captain, Ido Taicho, says, "Yosei, knock it off. Onjin, benefactor, ni shitsureda, disrespectful, zo," which is like adding masculine emphasis. So he says, "Stop that. It's disrespectful to speak that way to our savior." So he says, the old captain says, "Washida, we," or us, and he's using what we've seen in every game we've played. The kind of old man saying washi instead of watashi. It's kind of a way to indicate that someone's old, or an archaic way of saying watashi. So he says washida, which is plural. Radatomu o, the king of Radatomu, ni tsukaeru, serve, konoe hei, Imperial Guard, da. So he says, "We are the royal guards who serve the king of Radatomu." And the old captain, Ro Taicho, says, "Tasukete murata," for having saved or helped us. "Dei ni," as thanks. "Machi made," to or as far as the town. "Anai shiyo," let us guide. So, as thanks for saving us, let me guide you to town. He says, "Oh, Radatomu no Machi, the town of Radatomu, to and Shido castle, ga mieta, can be seen, zo, masculine." So he says, "Oh, the town and castle have come into view." Here we're gonna get in just a sec, one of the coolest parts of the game, some of these hand drawings. So the Ro Taicho, the old captain, again says "Soshite," and then Arega, that over there. Ma no Shima, Isle of Evil, or Demon Isle. And that over there is the Isle of Evil. I love these hand drawings. So you can see Radatomu on the left and then Evil Castle on the right. And the old captain says, Mamonotachi, monsters, o Shitagaeru, command or subjugate, o king. Izuko Tomonaku, from out of nowhere. Arawareta, appeared. Akuma, demon or devil. No Keshin, incarnation. So he says, the king who commands those monsters, an incarnation of pure evil who appeared from nowhere. Ryuoga, the Dragon King. Sumu, dwell or inhabit. Shido, da. The Dragon King lives in that castle. Daratomu. And he says, Kimi no koto wa, about your situation. Washikara, from me. Oni, to the king. Tsutaete o ko, I will pass along. Zehi, by all means. Darusu, Jurokusei. Loris the 16th? I don't... Darusu. Heika, His Majesty. Niate mite kure. Please go ahead. So he says, I will inform the king about you myself. By all means, go and meet His Majesty King Loris the 16th. Pardon me. And Princess Laura's attendant, Dorahime no Sokin, says, Taicho, Captain, Honki na no desu ka? Are you serious? Shison, descendant, Imamo, even now, Nokoteiru, remaining or still Kita kotoga have heard of. Arimasen, there is not. So she says, Captain, are you serious? I have never heard of the descendants of Loto still existing. So the old captain says, Shinjitsu, the truth, wakaran, I don't know. Daga, however, kono seinen wa, this young man, mamono to tataku, to attack monsters, chikara, strength, to, hito o tasukeru, help save people, yuki, courage, moteiru, has. So he says, the truth I cannot say, but this young man possesses both the strength to fight monsters and the courage to help others. Ima, now, Dadatomu, ya, no. Sekai wa, the world. Kare no yona, someone like him. Wakamono, person of youth. O itsuyo to shiteiru, is in need of or requires. No da. So he says, right now, Radatomu, no, the entire world is in need of a young man like him. And he says, Oto. Oops. So ieba, come to think of it. Mada, still. Namae o. Kite, ask. Inakata, had not. Nah. So he says, wait, come to think of it, I never asked your name.
Well met, traveller. It seemeth thou art a warrior of great skill. We have long awaited the coming of one such as thee. The captain did relate to me the tale of how thou didst best a whole horde of fiends single-handedly, and did thereby deliver he and his comrades from peril. And not only this, but thou art of the bloodline of mighty Erdrick. Is this true?
Then thou knowest, of course, the legend of thine ancestors' deeds.
We'll say no just to hear it.
Truly? 'Tis a story so widely known that I had imagined not a single soul in our world to be ignorant of it.
Fear not, friend. This is no attempt to catch thee in a lie. As all here are no doubt aware, In days of yore, thy revered ancestor did receive of the almighty goddess the sphere of light, and by its power was our world rid of the monstrous menace that beset it. Yet the tales make no mention of any of the hero's bloodline having survived to the present day. Thou truly believest it to be so, that thou art of the line of Erdrick?
And we're gonna say hi.
Praise be! These are glad tidings indeed. But possessest thou proof, perhaps, of this claim? Or are we to believe it based solely on a voice heard in a dream? Thou plainly wearest thy heart on thy sleeve, young man. 'Tis an endearing trait indeed. Mine own line is one intimately entwined with that of the hero of legend. And according to the tales passed down among us, the hero who laid low the lord of the underworld was also guided by a voice heard in dreams.
Majesty, please. It will not do to share the secrets of the royal line so freely.
Calm thyself. Though we lack for proof, I would place my faith in this youngster nonetheless. Better that than lose all hope for the salvation of our benighted realm.
Yes, Majesty.
Now, young hero, thou too wouldst know the truth of thy bloodline, wouldst thou not? Then hie thee to the cave that doth bear thine ancestors' title, and to the Shrine of Rain. Return to me with what thou findest there. This shall be thy reward for aiding my guardsmen. Go forth, brave hero, and may the goddess guide thee.
It says Amu wa hyaku ni ju gorudo to. So Amu is the player. Wa 120 hyaku ni ju gorudo gold to, and tabi ni for the journey, yakudatsu useful, dogu tools, uketori received, and then fukuro ni ireta. So fukuro is bag, ni ireta is put into. So it says Emu received 120 gold and some useful travel items and put them in the bag. These are just some tutorials. We'll just skip them and get out of here. More tutorials. More tutorials. tutorials. And once we get in a fight here, we're going to go through the battle menus. So here we've got Tatakao, which is fight or attack. Sakusen, which is tactics or strategy. And Nigeru, which is flee or run away. And all the Dragon Quest menus are all in kana. So either hiragana like this or katakana for some of the spells. And then here we have Kogeki, attack, Jumon, spells or magic, Bogyo, defend or guard. And then in the next column we have Tokugi, special skills and abilities, Dogu, items or tools, and Sobi, equipment. So we're just gonna go with a Kogeki, attack, regular attack, and we're up against a butterfly and some slime beths, which in the US version are she slimes. And now we have Mamono no Mure o Yatsuketa. Mamono is monsters. No Mure wo, a group of. Yatsuketa, defeated or took care of. So, defeated the monster horde. And then Emu wa Juichi Pointo no. So Emu Juichi 11 Pointo no, points of Kei Kenshi, experience, o Kakutoku, obtained or acquired. Juichi 11 Gorudo o Te, in the hand, ni ireta, put into. So 11 gold was put into the hand. So obtained. So we leveled up. And let's go through these stats here. So we've got HP, MP, and then we've got Chikara, strength, Minoma Mori, defense or protection, Subayasa, speed, Tai Ryoku, stamina or vitality, kashikosa, wisdom or intelligence, unno yosa, luck, meaning literally goodness of fortune. Here we got our slime besu and our absolute classic Dragon Quest slime. The most iconic of the series.
Not today.
Now we got another iconic enemy, Doraki. Drakis. And we're level 3. And we learned the Hoimi spell, which is heal. I'm not sure why it's Hoimi, but that's the healing spell. Now we got some magicians. Maho Tsukai. Okay, and we're gonna have to heal after that battle. We're gonna have to use our Hoimi spell. So let's go through the out of combat menu. We've got Dogu, items, Sobi, equipment, Omoide, memories or mementos. And then in the next column we have Jumon, spells, Tokugi, special skills, and Sakusen, tactics or strategy. So we're going to want to go to the Jumon, the spells. use our Hoimi spell on Emu. So here's the Shrine of Erdrick. I'm gonna do some grinding off screen to get the hero up, and we will be back with more Dragon Quest in Japanese.